25 minutes before 11 o'clock, and it's Tuesday, which means Joe Reichel from Damage Control Services is in the studio. If you would like to call Joe during the show, the number is 622-9622. You can call pretty much with anything. We kind of try to limit it to do-it-yourself home repair questions and that sort of stuff. But
fires, floods, storm, tree damage.
How you doing, Joe?
New construction, any of those types of questions. Remodeling.
Saturday at Light Up Ocala, I have to tell you this because I was told to tell you this by Anna. She said you would know who she is.
Okay.
She says she listens to you all the time. And she says, Larry, I saw you take the camera and focus it on Kelly Hart's boots. So fair is fair. You got to show Joe Reichel's socks. So I don't know if you're up for this. Are you up for this?
Of course I am.
All right. Well, let me get the camera. Do it like I did with Kelly.
We're going to do this the right way.
I'm not sexist.
We're going to do this the right way.
I have no problem showing a man's lower legs. Hold on. Let me get the camera here. Oh, don't fall down. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, there we go. What is that? Oh, Goofy? Oh, hold on.
The gang is all here today. We've got Mickey.
Hold on. I can't. Okay, I'll have to translate for you. You got Mickey? Mickey Mouse? Pluto. Oh, Pluto. Oh, no, that's Goofy. That's Goofy. And that's Donald.
Goofy, Donald, and, hang on.
Don't fall off of that thing.
Pluto.
Oh, there's Pluto, right.
Pluto.
Oh, there's Pluto, right. Or you took your shoe off. So, Anna, you said she said she'd be listening, so... Anyway.
So there we go. Gang's all here today.
I should have known a cute woman was going to know Joe Reichel. I think you know all of them. So how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
I'm doing good.
Good. That was just, did you see? Oh, you saw my banana?
I did.
Now, but my banana was a result of the banana tree falling down as a result of the rain we had a few days ago.
Yeah, we had quite a bit of rain.
Yeah.
And actually, the guys are out on a roof repair, a leaking roof repair.
Right.
Water got into a house and caused some damage on the ceiling and whatnot. So.
Okay.
We had to set up a dehumidifier and get things dry.
You know what I always wonder? This is a relatively small area.
What do you mean? This room?
Ocala.
Oh, Ocala.
Yeah. And there's always work for you. So the guy who is your counterpart in Orlando, Tampa, New York, I mean, they must be nonstop trying to fix people's damage.
Well, there's we have a lot of homes here in Ocala and Marion County and, surrounding
So it's
counties.
nonstop for you, too, even in a small town.
I mean, we stay busy. And typically this time of the year with construction-related projects, things are slowing down. People don't want work done during the holidays, or they want to have it all done beforehand because they're having people come over and whatnot. So construction-wise, things slow down, but disasters are always happening. People are steadily having. I mean, just like the roof leak that I'm talking about. That's not something you prepare for. So, it happened, and now they've got to go in and get everything fixed. And fortunately, it's not a lot of damage. But, I mean, the one house that we've got, the termite job that I talked about last week, that's been in the works, quite a while to be able to get everything lined up, including the engineer and the architect, having to redraw and get the plans for that and the permitting and lining up all the subs. And now we've got the house tore apart and, working through putting everything back together. So all the new framing and the electrical, and so a lot of work.
When there is a leak, but there's been no limb that fell on the house, there's been no heavy wind, it's just an old roof.
Okay.
And it starts to leak. There's no termites, no nothing like that, right?
Hello, Heather.
I'm guessing. Every pretty woman.
I didn't know the other girl with her, though.
Oh, one that you don't know.
Yeah.
So
there's a leak. No damage.
There's a leak, and it's not traceable to any single event. It's just maybe age that's caused something to go wrong, right? I'm thinking that the smart thing is to take care of it as soon as possible because a small leak will become a big problem.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
If you notice water coming in anywhere in your home, no matter where it's at, even if it's, let's just say your shower has you've developed some sort of a leak outside your shower. I mean, I know like shower doors, for example, the gaskets get old in a shower door and it'll start to leak outside. That will eventually become a serious problem if you don't take care of it. If you notice a water stain on your ceiling, in the ceiling and in the one room in the home, it's going to be small. I mean, it'll start out small typically. It could be something as simple as just a nail that water's getting through, a nail hole. So it might be exposed, and we see that all the time. One home that we're working with the homeowners down Bellevue area, it's just that. On the roof is an exposed nail that when the roofers put the roof on, a nail is below the shingle line. So the shingle didn't cover it.
Oh, right.
Water's getting in that nail and dripping down inside the house. As a result, at the edge of the wall, where the wall and the ceiling meet, there's a water stain, and it has started to turn, get a moldy fungal growth of some sort. So, they're taking care of it now. As soon as they noticed it.
That must have taken a lot of studying to figure out where that water was coming from.
Not
before
really.
you found that one nail.
Well, I got up on the roof. I went to the area, and I immediately spotted a nail that was rusted was exposed. So it didn't take long to find it. It wasn't hard, but it's one little nail hole that's causing all this damage.
Wow. So what did you do to fix it?
Well, took the nail out,
right.
Patched the hole, and then we had to remove some drywall. And
because the water had been coming for a while.
Yeah, the water had been dripping in for a while, and they didn't know it because it was behind the wall.
Okay.
It was down in the wall. But the spot that they did notice was some mold had grown on it. So
how do you test it to know that you got it? You got the right spot.
Well, once if you've got a spot in the ceiling that's leaking, if you open up that area, you'll be able to see visibly where it's coming from, typically. Just like the home that we're on today, the guys are going up in the attic and finding where the hole is in the roof by looking on the inside. So, the spot that I'm telling you about, it was right on the edge of the wall, so you couldn't get in the attic to see that. But, if it's out in the middle of a room somewhere, you can likely get in the attic and be able to find it. And if you can't do that, sometimes you just have to replace the drywall or whatever, so when you cut the hole, you can see where it's at.
The phone number to call is 622-9622. If you would like to speak to Joe Reichel right now, you are welcome to do that. The date is November 24th, so I just mentioned that so you know whether it's a live show. Joe is live 99% of the time. I think there was one time we had to do a rerun, but other than that...
a couple times.
Yeah, you were out hunting or something.
Yep. I try to be here, and, just like... I don't know where I was going with that. I try to be here. Just like the rain or the mailman always here. I don't know.
So I haven't had an edger at my house for a long time, so my neighbor let me use his edger. So when I used the edger...
Edgers are awesome.
The weed eater, I mean. So it was a weed eater. So,
okay.
So when I used the weed eater, the grass that had been up against the house, and I guess maybe the weed eater did this as well, left a green stain there. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh my gosh, it's a green stain, so now I got to use some bleach on it, right?
Probably any type of a cleaning agent that will...
Just to get it off of there?
Grass. Yeah.
That was a quick fix.
Yeah. Is it a block home? Or?
No, I have a mobile home, so it's like a skirting.
Well, and if you're getting too close with the weed eater, you got to be careful with that because it will
break it.
It will break that.
I found that out. Yes. Yeah.
And that's even worse. So.
I learned it one swap, and I said, "Oh,
and
can't get too close."
Yeah, that can happen rather quickly. So.
We're up against a break already, believe it or not. So we'll take that break right now and be right back with Joe Reichel, Damage Control. If you have a question, the number, once again, is 622-9622. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For today, times of clouds and sunshine. There may be a shower along the coast. Rather breezy at the coast, too. The high 70 to 74. Partly cloudy tonight. More clouds and even a shower along the coast. Lows ranging from the mid to upper 50s, while inland to the mid 60s along the coast. For tomorrow, variable cloudiness with a shower along the coast. Quite breezy tomorrow. High 75 to 79. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, a new spoiler, and a new
Yep,
trunk.
we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Hi, Santa's head elf here. We are cranking out the gifts this year, and we just noticed that Sears and WOCA The Source at the Paddock Mall are giving away 2 58-inch flat-screen TVs to 2 lucky winners. And all you need to do to get your name in for a chance to win is go to the WOCA Facebook page and like the post. So that's 2 less gifts we have to worry about. Well, get going to WOCA Facebook, like the post. You could win.
Your weekends are getting a little retooled.
Swear to God, not making a joke.
Check this out.
New shows? Check. We are my force. Some new talent? Check. Let's welcome the guys.
Let's get it going.
Arnie Spanier.
Unbelievable.
TJ Reeves.
This is what you get.
Your weekends are on fire.
Because that's how exotic it is.
We are my force.
All right, 12 minutes before 11 o'clock. If you've got something that you've been looking at and saying, I'm going to fix that one of these days, and you're just not so sure. Maybe that's what's holding you back. You're saying, well, I'm not so sure I'll get it right. A little advice could go a long way. The number to call for that advice right now is 622-9622. That's this radio station. Joe Reichel is here from Damage Control Services. Or maybe just call Joe and say, can you come over and fix this thing for me?
We can do that, or maybe it's just a matter of looking at it and getting the right people lined up for you. We do that a lot of times too. So
Yeah, you work with a lot of different people.
yeah, like this morning I was with Pat Myers, electrician that we work with, just for an example, and helping get things going with him. So another person contacted me about working in an outdoor area. They want to extend some pavers and stain concrete, and they need to change the slope of the ground. So we've also got a project. I got an email earlier. It's a commercial build out for a company. They're wanting to make 3 offices, 3 spaces into their office. So. In a commercial building, so that'll be kind of a cool project to work with them on.
There's a building here. I was thinking about you the other day, and I don't think you've been in town long enough to remember this, but there's a building out near the Ocala Golf Course, the municipal golf course, just to the left of it on Silver Springs Boulevard. Okay, it's like a big office building. I think it's for lease right now. But when it first opened up, it was like this big, gigantic game room, like 3 stories of games.
Oh, wow.
And so it had no windows at all.
Oh.
And it didn't work out. The business failed. So now what do you do with a building with no windows? Well, you better put some windows in there.
Is it just after the golf course? Is that going east on the boulevard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure is. Yeah. It's a large building. And you can, somebody would know more about it than I remember, but I remember it was like a disappointment because I thought, it wouldn't be someplace I would go to, but I thought the kids in this community would love this. A big, gigantic game room, 3 floors of games and whatever.
Right.
Didn't work out. They had to knock out all these holes in the wall to make windows. And, of course, now it looks like it was made that way. which is amazing to me.
And that's the whole idea of a construction project. No matter what you're doing, if it's, let's just say you're doing a remodel or an addition. Addition's a good thing to focus on. If you're doing an addition onto a home, you want that to look like it's always been part of it, or an addition onto a building. It's got to look like it was meant to be there, and that's the by getting the right subs online, by using an architect if needed, getting the right plans,
Right.
The right materials, you can make it look seamless.
And Joe, that's what you did here. I mean, this window
Exactly.
here in this wall was not here.
Right.
And you knocked it out and made it. It's just amazing to me how smooth it looks and how...
And that took, we had to get an engineer in order to spec that as far as what it would take to make sure the header was secure, everything was strong enough to support the load above it. So no matter what you're doing, if you're going to take a wall down and, let's just say you're wanting to remove a wall or a doorway or whatever it is, and you make a patch. If you don't fix that drywall so that it doesn't, you're going to always notice it if it's not right.
Sure.
You need to, whether it's the ceiling or the wall, you need to make sure it all goes together so that it is seamless and it doesn't look like a patch.
Does the word is bay window, is that an old term? Do we still have bay windows in houses?
There are still bay windows going homes.
See, I always thought...
They're a little bit different, but...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're better than they were?
Well, a lot of times a bay window depicts a seat area within the windows. The only thing that goes out. A lot of times nowadays the whole wall goes out instead of just a seated area.
Just
or a shelf.
Because
kind of thing.
I mean, how many times have you been with somebody and they say, "Gosh, I would love to have a bay window right there," and they point to a space that's a solid wall.
Right.
So we could call you and you could do that.
Yeah, we can windows can be installed pretty much anywhere. Depending on the structure. I say anywhere, but it really depends. But most likely you can, it's possible. And that's where whenever we work with a homeowner and they want to do something like that, like the one project I was talking about this morning, we meet with them, we go over what their wants are, what their needs are, and what their budget is, and then we try to put as many of those wants together with the needs in order to create a proposal that's going to be something that everybody in the whole family can be happy with.
Right.
We're working with a homeowner right now, and she wants to take her house and she wants to redo her master bathroom, just to update it, to bring it up to an enjoyable living area, basically.
Right.
And with that, she wants to, inside the master bedroom area, put crown. And, this project is going to update that part of the house, and it'll be, a joy for them. But with that, we're taking the floor plan and changing things around. So it's going to look like a completely different bathroom whenever we're done.
Oh, nice.
It's going to be a cool project.
Nice. Again, we've got about 6 minutes left in the show. If you want to call Joe, the number is 622-9622. This is probably as good a time as any to get your number, Joe. What is your number?
My number, my direct line, is 352-817-6574, or you can email me, joe@damageflorida, all spelled out, damageflorida.com.
And you have a blog on your website?
We're working on getting that up and going again, but one of the things that we've talked about this time of the year especially, as you're going to be probably doing a lot of cooking in your home,
right.
Thanksgiving is the number one day across the nation for home fires. So, and these are caused typically because of cooking, and a lot of times even the fryers, the turkey fryers, a lot of times those are very dangerous. So be careful this week whenever you're doing that, whenever you're cooking or whatever it is. Hi, Natalia. Whatever it is that you're doing out there, be very safe and careful so that you don't have any fires in your home. And if you do, call 911.
Yeah, first.
Right.
first, and if it's already put out and now you need it fixed, then you.
There's going to be a ruined dinner, more than likely, because you're going to have burnt whatever you're cooking.
Yeah.
And the smoke smell throughout the home. So if you have a small fire, make sure that you open up the windows, no matter how cold it is. Get that smoke out of there as fast as you can. Air out the house. And, another thing to make sure of is that you have a fire extinguisher in the home.
Yeah, right. That is a good thing. That's a real prepared thing.
And as as well, make sure that everybody knows where it's at. Everybody at home.
And how to use it.
Not necessarily all your visitors, but everybody that lives there should know readily where that fire extinguisher is, so that it can be easily accessed and put out.
Yeah.
If it's a grease fire, don't throw water on it.
And I've learned this before. Yes, I made that mistake, and unfortunately there was no damage done. But yeah. So what do you put with a grease fire? Just put like a wet towel? What would you do?
Yeah, you can throw a towel over. You don't have to, not even wet. Just throw a towel over it, smother it. But then also the fire extinguishers work for that too. So cute little girl.
All right, we've got a few minutes left, and
she smiled.
Everybody. So, are you going away for the weekend?
No, I'll be in town. So if you do have a disaster, you'll be able to get a hold of me.
Let's hope not.
I hope you don't have to call me, but we will be here ready to respond. So, fires, floods, storm, tree damage.
Yeah,
shouldn't be any storms.
But the weather looks good. The weather looks good for the next few days, anyway. Yeah.
We had last week. One of the jobs that we had was a bathroom upstairs. The tank, the water kept running out of the tank of the toilet. It kept running and it was overflowing. And this caused damage to the first floor. It came through the ceiling and into the first floor and got the carpet all wet. And so that was one of the fun jobs we had last week.
Oh, man. And then you got to dry everything underneath it, right?
Right. And the floor between second and third floor needs to be, or first and second floor. That ceiling on the first floor needs to be dried.
Otherwise, you could fall through.
You probably won't fall through.
No.
Not if it's built right.
You see these things all the
but
time.
But the drywall did fall.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's the weakest link, isn't it? I mean, drywall is really basically.
Well, drywall is meant to stay dry. So once it gets wet and saturates, it gets heavy.
Right.
And the nails or the screws, whatever's holding it up, is not going to be able to hold it in place.
So can you put tile on drywall?
You can.
Or is it too heavy?
Not on the ceiling, but like on the wall, you can put it on the wall. So a lot of times people do that for backsplashes in kitchens, or even like the in bathrooms, you can do it.
Would you be better off to use like plywood instead of drywall?
Well, not necessarily plywood. Use a cement backer board.
Oh, okay.
And that's a lot of times in the showers, for example, people use, a lot of times you have to use a special drywall, which is called a green board, but a lot of times they use Durarock or some sort of a cement board, a backer board.
Once again, if you want to call Joe, you can't call him right now because we're getting ready to wrap up the show.
Show's about over.
However, give your number one more time.
My phone number, this is my direct line. So if you don't have one of my magnets that you can put on your refrigerator so that you always have the number handy, my direct line is 352-817-6574, or you can email me, joe@damageflorida.com.
Get one of those or two of those magnetic business cards from Joe Reichel and then put it on your refrigerator, and you will have his number when you need it.
Or a pen.
Or a pen.
We have lots of pens, too.
Or just drive around town because you'll see his name on things.
My name on things.
Including other people's cars. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.